Dear friends, and all those who care about the future of our planet, I'm speaking today in response to a recent publication on a widely respected media platform. In that article, certain scientific findings on the presence and dangers of micro and nanoplastics in the human body were called into question. Notably, the key arguments relied on comments from a specialist directly affiliated with a large corporation in the plastic industry. As a result, public discussions, attention, and resources are once again being diverted away from solutions and toward ideological debate. Whether intentional or not, such publications create a misleading sense of reassurance, the impression that things aren't as bad as they say. But questioning the danger of micro nanoplastics to human health and the biosphere is a huge mistake. Scientists today are not trying to scare anyone. Their conclusions are based on objective research that is meant to help the public understand the real risks. At ALLATRA, we have been studying micro nanoplastics for more than 2 decades. We're not funded by corporations, nor are we affiliated with politics or religion. And we call things by their proper names, regardless of whether it's convenient or not. So let me state this plainly. Micro and nanoplastics represent one of the most serious threats facing humanity today. A large and growing body of evidence shows that plastic particles have already penetrated the environment and the living organisms. And many peer-reviewed studies confirm the presence of micro and nanoplastics in water, air, soil, and animals. This includes humans, where these particles have been detected in the brain, our hearts, our guts, placentas, and other organs. But the mere presence of these tiny plastics is only part of the story. Research increasingly indicates that micro nanoplastics trigger a range of biological effects linked to serious diseases, from metabolic disorders, reproductive dysfunction, to severe neurological problems. As evidence accumulates, the need to take this issue seriously becomes undeniable. And yet, it is concerning that scientific uncertainties are being used for political or for commercial purposes. Some demand a complete ban on plastic production, while others dismiss the research entirely as unreliable. Both responses drain resources and hinder genuine scientific progress. Thus, banning plastic production and destroying this industry is not the solution. Nor is the opposite, when corporations, acting to protect their business interests, attempt to discredit or downplay research on micro nanoplastics. Neither approach will solve the problem. The reality is that plastic underpins much of modern technologies, medicine, and industry today. Eliminating it outright would create a serious social and economic consequences without addressing the core issue. That is a vast amount of micro nanoplastics that already surround us. These particles will not disappear on their own. And right now, they pose a very serious threat to our health and the biosphere. This is precisely why it is time for us to move beyond confrontation, beyond bans on one side, and denial on the other, and focus on practical solutions. At ALLATRA, we propose a different path, directing efforts and resources toward a solution that, based on many years of research, we believe can truly mitigate the risks associated with micro nanoplastics. And the essence of this approach is straightforward: to deprive plastic particles already scattered across the planet, to deprive them of their most dangerous property, that is, the ability to accumulate and retain electrostatic charge. Experimental and observational studies indicate that the electrostatic charge of plastic particles play a key role in determining their biological activity. Thus, by neutralizing this property, micro and nanoplastics can become biologically inert, that is no longer capable of causing harm to life, including to humans and on the biosphere as a whole. This is where society's efforts and investment should be directed, towards understanding how these particles interact with living systems, and toward developing safe and effective methods to neutralize the charge. To make this possible, scientists around the world who are studying micro and nanoplastics need funding and opportunities for interdisciplinary collaboration. They need advanced equipment, shared infrastructure, and access to unified data platforms. The modern scientific community has already proven that it can achieve extraordinary results when we are united around a common goal. Recall the Human Genome Project. Hundreds of research centers, dozens of countries, unified standards, and the results that transformed medicine and biology forever. The plastic crisis demands a similar model of global cooperation. Only under such conditions can we refine methodologies, make critical discoveries, and find the solution that we need. Let me repeat that neither pressure on the industry nor dismissal of scientific research on micro nanoplastics brings us any closer to a solution. Regardless of the debates, plastic particles will continue to accumulate, and the threat will continue to grow. So this means one thing. The global scientific community, public funding agencies, and responsible businesses must urgently direct their attention and resources to the key task. That is to safely neutralize the electrostatic charge of micro nanoplastics. Only then do we have a real chance to protect our and our children's health, preserve technological progress, and safeguard our shared home, planet Earth.